Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kelsey Kiesling.
And I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association.
If you have a news topic or event you'd like to see covered, give us a call. The studio number is 677-4119.
Today's show runs Wednesday at noon and is uploaded to our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page to watch on demand. Today is April 3rd, 2019, and now the news at noon.
According to the Cortez Journal, a Durango man stabbed another man with a 6-inch blade Monday at College Plaza Laundry, leaving the victim in critical condition at Mercy Regional Medical Center, police said. Police were dispatched at 1:46 p.m. Monday for a report of a fight between two men at a laundromat in the 500 block of East 8th Avenue, said Durango Police Commander Ray Shoup. What started as a fistfight ended with a 31-year-old man stabbing a 30-year-old acquaintance on his left side near his armpit, Shoup said. Shoup declined to name the individuals involved, citing an active investigation. Durango police detectives have talked with everyone involved in the stabbing, except for the victim, who was unable to speak as of Tuesday afternoon, Shoup said. No arrests have been made as of Tuesday afternoon, and police continued to investigate the incident, Shoup said.
From the Journal, photo Jim Mimiaga. A two-vehicle crash Tuesday afternoon on County Road 27 southeast of Cortez caused injuries, according to the Colorado State Patrol. About 5:20 p.m., a northbound silver sedan was hit head-on by a southbound pickup truck suspected of crossing into the oncoming lane, said Trooper Loving. The sedan sustained severe front-end damage, and the pickup ended up partly in the ditch. Airbags in both vehicles deployed. The accident remains under investigation. Two passengers from the sedan and the driver of the pickup were transported to Southwest Memorial Hospital with injuries, Loving said. The driver of the car remained at the scene. Traffic was delayed for more than a half an hour in both directions on Road 27 to allow time for rescue operations and for damaged vehicles to be towed off the roadway. The Colorado State Patrol, a Southwest Health System ambulance crew, and the Cortez Fire Protection District responded to the scene.
Reported by the Durango Herald, Aaron Francisco Chavez swallowed at least one of the sky blue pills at a Halloween party before falling asleep forever. He became yet another victim, killed by a flood of illicit fentanyl smuggled from Mexico by the Sinaloa cartel into the Southwest, a profitable new business for the drug gang that has made the synthetic opioid responsible for the most fatal overdoses in the U.S. 3 others at the party in Tucson also took the pills, nicknamed Mexican Oxy. They were saved after partygoers flagged down police who administered naloxone overdose reversal medication. The treatment came too late for the 19-year-old Chavez. The pills vary widely in strength, from a tiny amount to enough to cause lethal overdoses, law enforcement officials say. Law enforcement officials say they have become a lucrative new product for the cartel, despite the conviction of Sinaloa kingpin Joaquin El Chapo Guzman Loera in New York. The 4 Tucson partygoers thought they were taking oxycodone, a much less powerful opioid, investigators believe. The death of Chavez and many others, officials said, illustrate how Arizona and other southwestern states bordering Mexico have become a hotspot in the nation's fentanyl crisis. Fentanyl deaths tripled in Arizona from 2015 through 2017, with plenty of pills and powder sold locally from the arriving fentanyl shipments that are also distributed around the U.S. The drug that has surpassed heroin for overdose deaths has touched all Arizona demographic groups. Chavez's relatives say he was working as a restaurant prep cook with dreams of becoming a chef and trying to turn his life around after serving prison time for a robbery conviction.
From the Journal, file photo. After 5 years at the helm, Dolores Chamber of Commerce Director Rocky Moss is stepping down. She will continue to serve full-time as the director of the Cortez Chamber of Commerce. Moss oversaw big events like Escalante Days, Harvest Fest, and the annual Spring Banquet. She also promoted local businesses and improved Dolores' social media presence. She managed the Visitor Center, helped to create a centralized community calendar of events, and developed an outdoor recreation branding campaign for Dolores. Rocky has done a phenomenal job moving Dolores forward, said Chamber member Linda Johnson during the announcement at the spring banquet. Her insight and knowledge of technology brought Dolores into the digital age. Moss's charming personality and sense of humor lightened up meetings and inspired collaboration. Her goal of area towns promoting each other helps the region as a whole, she said. Quote, "I believe if we work together, then we rise together." Dolores attracts tourists and is an important part of the Cortez economy because of the outdoor recreation we offer, she said. Chamber President Lloyd Calvert explained goals and plans for attracting more visitors to Dolores. The town is working with the city of Cortez to revamp the Dolores sign at the intersection of US 160 and Colorado 145. Other plans are a new website specifically to attract outdoor recreation tourism, a summit to get vendors and local businesses in touch with each other, promoting to help visitors get the most out of their visit, and in establishing a game and fish cleaning stations for hunters and fishermen in the town. The Chamber is in the process of hiring a new director.
From the Durango Herald, 3 men have been selected as candidates for the open police chief position with the Durango Police Department, one of whom is already serving in that position. Of the about 20 applicants, City Manager Ron LeBlanc chose interim Durango Police Chief Robert Bramer, Colorado State Patrol Commander Adrian Driscoll of Durango, and Reginald Winston, a Deputy Police Chief and Patrol Division Commander in Casa Grande, Arizona, as finalists for the job. Each candidate has more than 2 decades of police experience. "I'm looking for the fit with the Durango community that's really important to me," said LeBlanc, who will ultimately decide which candidate to hire. "I'm also looking at leadership qualities and how I think those leadership qualities can benefit our department," he said. Community members will have an opportunity to meet the candidates from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. Thursday at the Durango Community Recreation Center. LeBlanc said he will consider residents' comments in his hiring process. The candidates will also be subject to an assessment by 22 people selected by the city manager, including community leaders, department heads, and a police chief from another community. LeBlanc said it will take him a couple of weeks to review feedback and make a decision. The next police chief replaces Cameron Afzal, who started with DPD in April 2017 and left in December 2018. And now let's take a look at the weather.
And now here's our local DCTV 5-day forecast from the National Weather Service. Today, scattered rain and snow showers were possible this morning depending on where you were standing, and then scattered rain expected throughout this afternoon. Some thunder is also possible. Mostly cloudy with a high near 49 degrees today. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, so not too bad. Today's chance of precipitation remains at a 50-50 with little or no snow accumulation expected. Then tonight, isolated showers with just a 20% chance before 9 p.m. Mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming mostly clear overnight with a low around 36 and west winds around 5 miles an hour. Thursday mostly sunny with a high near 57. Thursday night mostly cloudy with a low around 36. Friday partly sunny with a high near 56 degrees. Friday night mostly cloudy and a low to 36. And with the new projections, this weekend is looking pretty nice with Saturday partly sunny and a high near 55. Saturday night partly cloudy with a low around 33. Sunday sunny with a high near 58 degrees. Sunday night mostly clear with a low around 35. And Monday Sunday sunny again with a high near 63 degrees. Monday night partly cloudy with a low around 39. And now back to the news.
From the Cortez Journal, volunteers are wanted to participate in 2 focus groups next week in Durango that are aimed at improving how National Weather Service websites present data on current river conditions and forecasts for river conditions. There is a tremendous amount of data that is available, and we want to find out which is most important to people and how to make it easier to read and interpret to help them in their decision making, said Rachel Hogan, Executive Director of the Nurture Nature Center, a nonprofit organization in eastern Pennsylvania that focuses on flooding and other environmental risks as well as risk communication. The focus groups will be divided into one session aimed at professionals such as first responders and government officials involved in emergency management, and a second session for residents such as farmers, ranchers, and recreational river users who seek data from the NWS, such as the Colorado Basin River Forecast Center, as part of their jobs or to plan trips. The focus groups will meet from 2 to 4 p.m. and from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. April 9th at the Durango Public Library, 1900 East 3rd Avenue. The session from 2 to 4 p.m. will be for first responders and other professionals, and the 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. session will be for residents. Each session is limited to 15 participants, and people who sign up for the 5:30 to 7:30 session for non-professional residents will be paid $50 for participating.
Reported in the Journal, Photo AP. Although southwest Colorado's snowpack is well above the historic average, the 7 Colorado River Basin states are moving forward with an agreement to manage the river in the face of drought and a dangerously low Lake Mead. Senator Cory Gardner, Republican of Colorado, attended the first congressional hearing last week since the state's agreement was signed. During the committee meeting, he applauded the basin states for coordinating a plan that voluntarily cuts their water usage to prevent federal government intervention. This is an incredibly important issue for those of us out in the plains of Colorado, those of us in western Colorado, and throughout the upper basin of Colorado and lower basin, Gardner said during the hearing. He also said Colorado has the unique distinction of being a state that all water flows out of and no water flows into. During the hearing, Gardner acknowledged Colorado benefited from a wet winter this year, but said it did not mitigate the need for a plan to prevent a future crisis, which would ultimately affect 40 million people in the West. The basin states, Arizona, California, Colorado, Nevada, New Mexico, Utah, and Wyoming, reached their agreement on March 19th, forestalling the federal government from imposing its own conservation limits on the dwindling water supply. It's unclear exactly what steps the federal government would have taken, said Josh Kuhn, water advocate with Conservation Colorado, a nonprofit focused on electing conservation-minded policymakers. Quote, "It's preferable for the states to take those steps opposed to the government stepping in." Back in Washington, D.C., as the drought contingency plan faced congressional review, Gardner emphasized how crucial the agreement was. Quote, "These are states where history is written in water, so this is incredibly important," he said.
From the Cortez Journal, the city of Cortez is holding a cleanup week in early May, and volunteers are currently being sought to help out. The city encourages residents to clean out their garages, yards, and beautify the town May 6th through 10th, according to the city website. The week will be preceded by Volunteer Cleanup Day on May 4th from 9 a.m. to noon. Interested participants can meet at 9 a.m. at the Parque de Vida shelter at the northeast corner of North Mildred Road and East Empire Street. Gloves, bags, and lunch will be provided. Volunteers can also sign up beforehand at the Colorado Welcome Center along Main Street or at the Cortez Recreation Center. For more information about volunteering options, email cleanup@cityofcortez.com with the subject line Volunteer City Cleanup Day. Residents will be able to throw out extra garbage at no additional cost May 6th through 10th. The city will pick up cleanup items that are set out along the curb on residents' regular trash pickup day. Household trash should still be left in trash bins in the usual pickup location. For the curbside pickup, the city asks that all loose items, including yard waste, be placed in a container.
Reported in the Durango Herald, photo Morgan Lee with the AP. It's official, New Mexico is doing away with Columbus Day in favor of a holiday honoring Native Americans. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham on Tuesday signed legislation that creates Indigenous Peoples Day on the second Monday in October and strikes Columbus Day from a list of official state holidays. The initiative from State Representative Derek Lente of the Sandia Pueblo tribe in central New Mexico stirred emotional debate at the legislature. At least 5 states, stretching from Hawaii to Vermont, have done away with Columbus Day celebrations in deference to Native Americans. The federal holiday honoring Italian explorer Christopher Columbus remains in place. Tributes to European conquerors in many New Mexico communities are being written out of consideration for the state's 23 American Indian nations and tribes. Durango, here in Colorado, has also changed designations for the October holiday.
According to the Cortez Journal, Dolores is the jump-off point for outdoor adventure, and Dolores Outfitters has been providing the camping, jeeping, hunting, fishing, and boating gear for locals and visitors since 2017. Out of appreciation for serving the Dolores community recreation needs, owners Cody Folsom and Katie Ward were awarded the 2018 Business of the Year by the Dolores Chamber of Commerce. Folsom said the award means a lot and thanked the crowd for their support. The friendly couple revived the Outfitter store and gas station, which has historical roots in Dolores. Besides outdoor gear, they offer licenses and permits for hunting, fishing, off-highway vehicles, and snowmobiles. They also rent out Jeeps, ATVs, kayaks, stand-up paddle boards, and inner tubes. Dolores Outfitters is seeing an uptick in fishing and hunting interests and have been keeping up on the changing hunting regulations to inform customers, she said. Besides providing a base for outdoor gear, they also host events including a recent CPR course and a welcome home party for a local injured teenager.
And today's High Canyon Country happenings. This Saturday, April 6th, starting at 7 a.m. and running to 11 a.m. is the Dolores County 9 Health Fair to be held at the Dove Creek High School. It's hosted by many of the area health-related services. And during the Home and Garden Show this Friday and Saturday at the Montezuma Fairgrounds, the Denkai Animal Sanctuary will be hosting an adoption and more booth. Come visit them on Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. or Saturday between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. You can adopt a dog, kids can adopt a stuffed animal, and you can learn about their services, sign up for events, and hopefully volunteer. You can call them for more information at 970-217-1457. And our local area talent Hurricane Jake will be playing his farewell set at Wild Edge Brewing Collective on Friday, April 5th from 7 to 9 p.m. National award-winning Hurricane Jake and his one-man band will be trotting the boards at Wild Edge Brewing for his final show in Cortez before moving to Corpus Christi. They say, let's show him some love on the way out. And all of these happenings are posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, along with YouTube replays, weather, original stories, and local posts. To share your event or information, you can contact us by email, dcbnnews@gmail.com, or call the station 970-677-4119.
Thanks for tuning in. News at Noon airs at noon Monday through Thursday and then is available online on our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page on demand.
Be sure to like us there on Facebook and join in on the news of our area, and of course, please share it with a friend.
For Kendra Cook with DCTV and the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, USA, I'm Kelsey Kiesling. Thanks for watching.